Alright, so the first thing to do when you're lifting this car, of course, is, or not lifting, replacing the shocks on it, is you got to take out your lug nuts and take off your tire. So that is what we are doing right now. And then we'll get to the end of that. Alright, and then I'm showing you guys how to do this if you don't have a lift or anything. So what you have to do is get yourself 2 jack stands. You're going to put it on the side adjacent to each other. Make sure it's on jack points. You don't want to put it on the frame of the car because you're going to need something to upper your rears and then lower it too. The control arms, the axle, whatever it might be. You got to have a separate lift for that. So before getting this started, make sure you have that. And then we'll get the wheel off real quick and we'll show you what to do after. Here's your shocks right here. Now, actually, you don't necessarily need to remove or jack up this control arm right down here, but you do need to get this bolt out. So I'd recommend starting with that. But when you get this out, remember this is all going to drop because this is holding it up right now. So either be prepared for this whole arm to drop or have something under it like this to catch it. Alright, so this part I want to show you guys. This is where it slides out. So we start to get this guy going. Now this is usually when it'll kick out, but since mine's pretty old and stiff and there's no gas in it, now you can tell if your shock is broken because you see the water or the gas leaking out. That's a gas leak that streamed from the top. You can see where the stream of it came out and it poured out. So this is no good. Now with that shock suspended, like so, come onto the inside of the car and you're gonna pull all this carpet down and you're gonna see the access to that right there. Now this, you have to have a 7, I believe. And that is an Allen wrench. You hold it and then you take a washer or a ratchet and then ratchet and you go ahead and take this off. I believe this is a 14 as well. Alright, so what we have right here and I highly recommend you get is a hollowed ratchet socket. So what this is so that you can access studs and have the stud flow through the middle. Now this helps out a lot in a lot of my jobs because every time you have something out of here and you gotta hold it with another ratchet to go or something, just having this puka in the middle makes it, or hole in the middle makes it a lot easier. So we're using a 14. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna lay this guy right on top of here, like so. Now so you grab the bottom one. I'm gonna lay this one right on top of here, where it's gonna grab the top one and then spin it, and then I'm gonna do both of these at once, but I can't do it unless I have both hands. So we got it totally unscrewed. Now we can just pull it right out. So we're gonna line ourselves up. We're gonna take this guy, pull it this way, and we gotta keep the old hardware as well and put on the new one, unfortunately, because it didn't come with new hardware. So you're gonna take this bottom washer and this top one off and put it on the new guy. Okay, so actually what I ended up doing was I just stuck this side in first. There we go. And then I compressed it up just using my arm Hulk strength. And I just pressed it up and it compressed it enough and I was able to slide that in and jimmy rig it. Not jimmy rig, but jiggle it in. And now it's working. So we're just gonna go ahead and tighten that and fasten it down using the 14mm. I guess we can use this since it's the same size. And we're gonna make sure that's nice and snugged up. Now remember, there's torque specs to this too that you gotta pay attention to make sure it's the right spec. So I'm gonna show you what tool you need at the end if you want to be professional with your job. But if you're just trying to get it done, this is how you're gonna do it. And when you tighten it, you kind of want to make it tight enough that it's got like at least 3 full turns once it meets the actual bracket. It's almost there. Okay, so you feel it tightening up. So just gonna go 1, 2, or 3 big pulls, not turns, and then 3. That should be good. Nice and solid. And then we're gonna do the top now. Okay, as you can see, the new gasket and washer is gonna go right on top of here, like so. And then we're gonna tighten it down and we should be good to go. Okay, so once you get it in, you just stuff everything back up, get your wheel back on, take your jack out of there, and then move on to the next side and you're all set to go. But give this a good twist so that your the brand name sticking out. Come on, you gotta give these guys some credit. There we go. Not sponsored, by the way, just the fan. All right, go ahead and drop this guy and let's get that wheel back on. All right, so here's the other side. Definitely can see a clear leak coming out of here. It's all wet. But let's get this one out. So you need it the same way the other one did, and let's get it back in and see the ride difference. So what this is a torque bar, and this is used to tighten things down with special verification. So on these wheels, they need to be tightened down to 105 foot-pounds of torque. So that's right at 100, a little low below 5, but that's okay. Kind of moves sometimes when you do it. But it'll click once you hit a certain foot-pound of torque, and that's how you know it's locked on. But we're all set to go.